Hello everyone. So if you haven't already seen, the Amazing Digital Circus is on its final episode, the last act. Once this comes out, that means no more Amazing Digital Circus. It all ends here. It was a fun ride we were on, but all good things must come to an end. Now, unfortunately, I wasn't able to go to the hour-long movie screening they were having. It's kind of crazy how a small little indie horror series got a theatrical release. It's actually kind of impressive. Good job, Glitch. Now, before the last episode drops next week, I want to make a little analysis on the trailer we have right now. So let's get straight into that. We start off in the trailer with the circus being entirely gray, just like when we last stopped at episode 8, being that Kane was entirely deleted by Kinger by accident. Now the entire world of the digital circus is rubbish. We continue with Pomni stating, "Are you sure?" Likely talking to Kinger, reassuring that Kane is really gone. Then it gives us a wide shot of the characters in the aftermath before cutting to a bunch of images that look like Zubul and Gangle sitting together looking hopeless, and Rakiza with her head down to her knees. It looks like the entirety of the characters have given up on hope of ever finding an exit, especially with Kane gone, means so that the entire circus is basically useless. After we get an image of what it looks like, Jax is smiling directly at the camera, like he knows that we're there. And notice how the circus around him isn't gray. Its bright colors tell us that this isn't during the aftermath of Kane's deletion. This can likely be a flashback or a period in the circus after episode 7. As we continue, we can see more flashing images of the characters looking hopeless. And I feel for them, so desperate to get something that seems impossible to grasp, but failing so hard each time, leading to the destruction of the only one being in charge of the entire circus and its secrets. But one shows the shape of Jax, with static all in it containing his whole body. We can easily say that his mind is a blank, since TV static is usually portrayed as emptiness or lost. Moving on, we get more flashing images of the characters, now showing us the rest of the circus. But there is one of Gangle that looks exactly like Jax in episode 6 in the bathroom at the end of his fight with Pomni. But it's not in the gray circus, instead it's in the bright, colorful one, which we can also infer that it's either a flashback or a period in the circus after episode 7. Also, there's a brief image of all the characters looking emotionally drained, with Jax being in front and collapsing on his knees. And there's another image of Jax with in the bright, colorful circus, turning to the camera. Strange, huh? And after that, we get Pomni saying an echoey Jax, before it cuts to a night green sky with green stars, and a mysterious voice saying, "Have you ever done something that you regret?" Now as the camera pans over, we see that voice was likely Ribbit, with Jax being the one who turns to them. And that's all. That's the full trailer analysis I can give. It's pretty self-explanatory, from the title being the last act to even the promotional cover being predominantly Jax. The cover is all the characters of the circus walking around a 3-layered structure, with Jax being the predominant lead figure on each layer, and always having that iconic grin. There's more to this, but I want to leave it at that and explore more on it next week when the episode drops. For now, goodbye everyone, stay goated.